SHMACKEMAGOB, people. I got a very special episode. I got with me the Lord, Kevin Warhaft. Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Ralph. Hello,
And
Daniel.
the mastermind, Mr. Daniel Jackson. How you doing,
Howdy.
Dan?
Doing good.
Dan is infamous for making the incredible puppet video, Wake Up to Smell Thrash, for Thrash or Die, which came out amazing. And, I know I didn't put in as much work as you did, but the little work I did on that video was a pain in the ass. But It was well worth it seeing how it ended up. My arm still kind of hurts. And around that time, right, roughly after the puppet video was out, Dan got another idea. He wanted to make an animated video to the Thrash or Die song No Pose Allowed back in 2012. 2012, that long ago.
Yep.
And, he did some work on it. It looked great, but then things happen. Like life. Life gets in the way of a lot of things. So it was kind of, the production was shut down. But it was never not to be finished. So Dan hit me up, it's been a month or two already, asking, hey, man, I'm thinking of, finishing the cartoon. Are you cool with it? And I was like, yeah, dude, definitely, So Dan's been working hard on it the past couple months, and he sent me what's basically almost a complete version. He needs to tweak a couple little things. And I got to say, my jaw dropped watching it. It was so good. It was so hilarious and so awesome. So, Dan, can you, pick it up from there? I mean, what were all the problems? And because, again, like the puppet video, the pain in the ass to do, but the end product was damn worth it. This seems like the same thing, even though I had nothing to do with it. But I'm pretty sure it was a big undertaking for you.
Yeah, which is what I tend to do is pick projects that are impossible, and then they end up taking forever. But once I'm done with them, they look great. But I tend to overstep my limits, I guess. So what happened was, we made the puppet video. That was a nightmare. It was something. So the backstory to the puppet video was there was another band that was going to commission me to do a music video. And I really loved this idea. Like, they wanted to do it with puppets, and I had a friend that made puppets. And then they backed out. So it was going to be a combination of animation and puppets. So I'm like, well, I got this connection to make puppets. I really kind of want to make this video, but for someone else. So I got the idea of doing it for you guys because, we met at the Culture Room years ago, and I really got into the band and filmed some live stuff that you guys did, and thought it would be great to do something like kind of cartoony with the video. So we made it. It took months, but the puppets came out amazing. They're huge. Once we finally got it finished, it looked great. I thought this is amazing, but I kind of still want to do animation. I got help from a guy named Thiago. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of his name, but it looks like Thiago. Brilliant animator. So I originally wanted to do something that was kind of like Beavis and Butthead, kind of crudely animated, but still looked, good and was funny. And I wanted that like really crude look to it. And so that's the way I've been working on it for a few months. And when I decided I need to bring on someone else to help me out with it, this guy came on, and his work was so good, I was like, well, shit, now I have to step it up and like match his level, what he was doing. So the drawing style improved when he came on board, because I suddenly had to match what his style was, because I was like, fuck, I'm not going to delete this. This is great. So yeah, I dug myself into a hole, and I had to dig myself out, and I got to a point where it burnt me out. I had to stop, and other life issues were coming in, bills and that kind of thing. So I had to stop work on it. And I never intended to, never finish it. It was just something that I kept procrastinating on and putting off and putting off and putting off. So earlier this year, Thiago came to me. He actually has an animation studio in Miami, and he's been wanting to have a music video to showcase for his studio, to say we can make music videos. So he's like, dude, we shouldn't finish that video. And I'm like, yeah, let's finish the video. So yeah, we've been working on it for the last like 3-4 months, like off and on, trying to make everything look the same and make every shot look like it belongs. There's a lot of shots. There's a lot of little bits and pieces, as you'll see. There's a lot that went into it.
Yeah, it's something that you can't watch once, you know?
Well, you'll notice a lot of different things every time you go back. So I had another friend of mine, this guy, my friend Pete Mejia, he lives up in Gainesville, or near Gainesville. And he does these little mini comic books, these little, he prints them himself. He basically draws like these multi-page comics, and they're really cool. I like the design of them. So I was like, dude, can you help me design some background characters, like the audience? So he basically drew me like a couple dozen different audience members. So the audience that you see is almost all based on his artwork. And I just basically took those designs and animated them just a little bit, made them like, move their arms.
Watching what you sent me, I couldn't believe that it was better than I thought it was going to be, because I didn't think it would be any better than, number one, the clips you sent me years ago. I thought it was going to be, oh man, it's going to be great. But the stuff that you added that I saw now, it's like, wow, I did not see this coming. And there's just so much going on. Like I was saying before, man, I mean, I watched it again like the next day, and I was like, I didn't notice that the first time. Like, I'm not going to give nothing away, but let's just say something written on a t-shirt, I didn't notice the first time. So Kevin, I'm glad to see you, man. We all love you. Kevin is a local legend down here, and tell some people a little about yourself.
So I was born with Williams syndrome. I went through heart surgery because of that. I thought I was gonna die during operation, but they saved me, the doctors in Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, because nobody down here in the early days knew how to do it. And this is 1985, okay?
Wow. So Kevin is in the puppet video. He's the puppet I smacked around. He's the one in bed that I smack around, which is total fantasy, because you and I both know, Kevin, that you can pimp slap me like a bitch in 2 seconds, right?
Yes, but you're my friend, man. I would never
do
that.
I know you would never do it, but I love the fact that you can kick my ass. And this ain't the only animation. You made a really cool animation about 420, was it? I know it had to do with weed.
So back in this was 2007, before YouTube had taken off. It was there, but it wasn't huge yet. MySpace was probably bigger than YouTube at that time. So my friend, who I'd known since middle school, John, he was doing some making his own little hip hop, weed music. It was all 420 and all that. His name was THC 420, and I didn't smoke at the time. I didn't really care about any of it, but I thought, well, this could be. I heard this song he made, and I thought it was fun. So let's make an animated video. And again, I learned as I was making the video how to use the program, Flash. And as I kept learning, the better I wanted to make it. And I took probably almost a year to make that video. By the way, if you haven't seen it, I'll give you the link, Ralph. Put the link for Metal City Mayhem in there so people can see Kevin and you in that project.
You did a great video of me and Kevin talking about Kiss.
Yeah, that was one of the old school ones.
A lot of people love that one.
God, that was a decade ago.
Yep, you came to my house and we did it here at my house.
Yeah, we did a few with you. We did a bunch with you talking about all your records.
There's a lot of stuff. Check out Dan's channel. I mean, click on the links down there for You know, check out the No
Oh.
Pose Allowed video. Check out the puppet video.
I got one more that I can promote. FAETHOM, the Thou Shalt Follow video.
Yes, I love it. That's right.
Yeah.
That
FAETHOM
came
is
out
a great band.
It's great.
It's so they're kind of a gothic. I wouldn't call
metal.
it gothic metal, but they've got kind of spooky vibes to them, you know.
Anybody out there that wants something well done, I mean, get a hold of Jam, man, because I mean the proof is in the links. I mean, look at this guy's work. He's phenomenal at what he does. He's very meticulous, and nothing comes out half-assed with Dan Jackson. So, you know, click those links below. Anything else you'd like to plug, Dan?
Not at the moment. I'm just trying to come up with some new projects and ideas, and I know we'll work with Kevin in the future on something, because he's been waiting for me to to get back into making little short films.
So thank you, Dan, for all you've done for the band. I mean, I can't thank you enough. But if you haven't seen that puppet video, I suggest you watch it right after the No Pose Allowed animation video.
You know, it's funny. Your version, the cartoon version of Dr.Fukk that I did in the video, about 3 years later, Rick and Morty came out and had kind of a similar look with the coat and the tie and not the hair so much, because he's got kind of pointy hair, but
right.
the look of that is like a professional version of the cheap version I just did.
So anybody that thinks, oh, this is like, keep in mind, this was started in 2013.
Yeah, and Dr.Fukk was a character in the puppet video, so that character is the same. It's just in a cartoon form.
Right.
So.
Exactly. With the lab coat and all that.
Yeah, the lab coat is the thing that I think people are gonna like. Hey, that's Rick and Morty. No, that's Dr.Fukk. Dr.Fukk invented that.
Hey, who knows? Maybe they did see that puppet video.
Maybe.
You never know. Just click down there, that link, and then look into other stuff Dan has done, because he's hilarious. And check out Kevin on the Dr.Fukk show every Thursday night, 10 p.m. Eastern on thatmetalstation.com. Right on, guys. SHMACKEMAGOB!